you over, you just can't breathe. Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? just can't breathe. Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel your bones start to shake? Do you feel the earthquake?
Hello everyone and welcome back for another stream. Today we are going to be playing on, well, we're going to do a sort of a base tour of what we built on the N3XTCLASH server, if I get the name right this time, because I'm always going to say NextCraft, aren't I? So yeah, at the minute the proper server is down, and so I'm just going to show you from the backup that I have from a few weeks ago, all the different things that we built, just as sort of like a final to that particular series. And we're joined today by ohFocus, who you remember from all of our cosmic episodes, so he's going to be exploring the world with us. I'll just put my headphones back on, and your audio should be on, so people can hear you there. Yep. You have to let us know if it's sounding alright, if you can hear both of our voices as well. I keep fiddling with the sound settings, so I don't know what levels is at there, because I haven't got a monitoring turned on or anything like that. That would be too easy.
Yeah, so let me just speak for a second and I'll move this off and see if the audio's alright for us.
Oh, hello there, Tracy, joining us on YouTube there. Having a bit of an explore today in one of the SMPs that we played on.
Just needs a slight bit, a bit up. See, the music's just overriding my voice right now.
Alright, I'll raise your voice up to -10, so it's it should be right. I've got the game audio turned down anyway, so that shouldn't it shouldn't override everyone.
Yeah.
But we're starting off at the spawn area, and well, when I joined this one, I didn't sort of set up camp anywhere near spawn. All the other bases are all kind of like clustered within a couple of hundred blocks, but I decided to move 34,000 blocks away just so I could be out of the way of everyone.
Yeah, I got invited to this SMP, but I just didn't end up joining it.
No, unfortunately, it doesn't appear to have lasted very long anyway, unfortunately, because the server's been down for a couple of weeks now. But we'll start off, we'll have a little rummage around my shop that I set up, because I spent the first like 3 weeks just building nothing but farms in my little sort of zone. And then I brought it all back here to be sold. So this was because it's right next to spawn, and I had set that portal up. It's like a roof access portal up here. Oh, actually, I think as well we need to get you some equipment as well.
It's me on that.
So we'll hop into here. So we sell pretty much everything. I didn't get around to doing any concrete machines or anything like that, but there is absolutely tons of stuff on sale here, all for bargain prices as well.
You had quite a lot of stuff, I'll give you that.
Absolutely tons of it that was generated by the different farms. And the obsidian, we have even more obsidian back at the base, because the digging out those 10 chunk slime farms. Plus as well, I've got all from the villager breeder. I have virtually every book that we would need. I think I managed to cover all the main ones.
Yeah.
For it all. But we'll go upstairs, because I've got a box for you upstairs with.
I haven't had a look at these yet. These honey blocks.
Are you not played with them yet?
No, I've not even touched them. I've been too scared to look at them. They look pretty good.
So it's like the new Nether ones. I haven't played any of the snapshots of 1.16 yet. the closest I got to 116 was that April Fool's Day joke world. That's all I've basically done.
I mean, I just haven't, like, it just looks a bit too complicated for me, so I'd rather just deal with it as it comes.
Aye, but this one here, the special orders, there is a shulker box and some boats. You'll need all that. So because this is just like a demonstration sort of one, before the stream I spawned in some special tools for you, so we don't have to worry about durability on these, because as I said, it's not what this stream's about. This is just like a tour. So to be honest, we could even do this in creative mode, to be fair.
Have a mess about while might as well have a mess about with what's it called, elytras.
Aye, well, it takes a few minutes to, well, not even that really, to fly to where I set up my base. But like I said, this was my shop. When we get back to my main island, I've got a chest there with all the profits, and with, like, I think it was almost an entire row of diamonds just in like the 4 days or something that this shop was open before the server went down.
I mean, it's like a little nice shop, all this. It's like what you did on Cosmic, weren't it? And
it's well, that, you know, the what do you call it? That one that I made that was like next to my farms in Cosmic. That one there. This is what that's sort of like based off, but instead of being all the little alcoves down the corridor, it's just sort of like all, you know, there's just like little shelves.
And if it weren't from Dash's stupid rule of you having to buy plots, I don't think you would have made this, would you?
Oh no, I don't believe in buying plots, no.
No, I mean, to be fair though, if they would have gone the route of the RavenCraft, the way they've gone around it,
you just buy the land once.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been fair enough, I suppose. Yeah.
And you get a pretty decent plot for what you're paying for, but
not that paying for the weak stuff, no.
No, yeah, the weak thing. I mean, paying once, yeah, I can see it, but
yeah, a bit of fun paying once, but you know, not like making like as if it's like your daytime job sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oops. Let's take myself out of here. Of course, I made these tools. I didn't make any useful shovels or anything. I just made picks for us. But yeah, that's my shop from the server.
Yep.
I had to put the Ravenholm Farms banners. I think making those banners took about the same length of time it was to build the actual building, because banners I just find them so frustrating.
Yeah, I just usually Google them. I can't be bothered with them.
But even then, though, you've still got to go through all the motions of building them.
Yeah.
But other than this, I didn't really do much at spawn. I helped, like Creeper and I, we built an iron farm here and a villager breeder, and just like a few odds and ends dotted around. But other than that, I kind of just pretty much stayed, you know, all the way over in my place.
Yeah.
But if we go through the shop, actually we'll go at the back here first. Before it closed, this idea here was I was going to build a enchanting room and a mini super smelter, so that anyone that came to the shop could like use the super smelter for free, because it would be like a regenerative one. Yeah. But we'll hop through here, and we want to be going east. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, this way over here. Yeah. So we want to.
God, this reminds me of the slime farm.
Yeah, the long trek, but this is actually twice the length as what we had to do on Cosmic.
To be honest though, as soon as we got elytras, it was easy on Cosmic. It was literally like that.
Yeah, because it was like 10 or more minutes, depending on how much lag was generated by that Jinx lad.
Yeah. The thing is, the piston bolt was a good idea, but then we got elytras before we could even finish it, and it was like, well,
we were so close to finishing that piston bolt, though.
Yeah, we got really close. But then, I mean, as soon as one rail broke, you had to build the whole thing again. It was
because didn't that happen on the return line?
It was going towards the slime farm. We got the return line done, if you remember. I think the only thing.
Oh yeah, it was the one going out, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's going back to spawn. But the thing is with them, what have you got here?
We're heading for positive 4,500 by 1,000.
Okay. So basically, it weren't that. It's one of them idiots would have come up to try it, and they would have just been swinging the racks and broke one of the rails. Them idiots on that server, so it was always going to break, even if we did finish it.
Aye.
But it was a fun project.
Aye, same as well the massive industrial area we built as well. 'Cause, I mean, I really enjoyed those projects.
Yeah.
And we had what like a good 4 months or something like that we worked on them.
Yeah, it's good 4 months. I mean, since you joined, it's like 4 months, wasn't it?
I for myself, yeah. I think you were there for like a month prior to me, give or take, wasn't it?
Yeah, like a month or two or something like
Aye.
that. Yeah, with all the PvP players.
Aye, the PvP that never came back. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they vanished, and then you were in. But yeah, you always do that work on the last one, Cosmic. I mean, when it started, you thought, oh, hang on, you might have a chance here, and then it was just day by day getting worse.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it weren't ever going to end up perfect, that server.
Aye, but well, as I say, I'm waiting for 116 to come out, and then I'm going to repurpose this server here to play a 116 world. So I mean, because it's on the server, other people will be welcome to join that when the time comes.
Yeah. Right, I need to take off shaders because this is really messing with my eyes.
I just go with the vanilla one, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, I'm roughly at them coordinates.
Ooh, I think I've flown over it.
I mean, I'm at like 4,000 and 1,000 now.
Here we
It is
go.
positive, both, isn't it?
Yeah, positive, yeah.
Are they exactly on them coordinates or a bit off?
No, it's kind of like the ballpark. I mean, I'm now at the gateway to my island, and that is at 4,300 by 1,070.
Okay.
You'll not be far off. While you get here, I hope everyone's enjoying this in the chat. This little look around the, which way around is it again? Next Clash. I always want to say craft instead of clash.
Yeah.
But I hope you're enjoying this look around here. We're having just a little sort of final look to show you guys what I built, because I haven't actually done any streams on this for a couple of weeks, because we did do like hours and hours of digging streams. And we're joined as well by folks who's come to have a little explore of the of some of the Redstone projects that we built on here. When he eventually arrives, we don't know where he is.
Yeah, I'm finding it very hard to manoeuvre in the Nether right now for some reason.
It's probably because it all just looks the same when you're on top of the roof.
Found it.
Oh, yeah, I can see you flying in there, yeah.
Woo!
There we go. So hop through here. You see that each portal is themed for what's on the other side of it. So this is the mushroom island. So we've got a little mushroom here that's above it there. You can see like to the skeleton farm in the distance, which has got like a rib cage around it. The guardian farm, which has got some.
So this is just your basis, is it?
Yeah, because it's on a series of islands. So I wanted to build like a different base on each island, like a different farm on each island, so that each island could have like a theme.
Oh, that's pretty. I mean, that was kind of my idea for my base at Cosmic, weren't you? With the floating islands, it was going to have a farm, but.
As these are islands that are in the water. Well, hang on, I'll just go to sleep.
Oh, do we have the data packs?
Yeah, I've got all those on there. Actually, it took me about 3 or 4 days to make, but I made a data pack for it for the what do you call them? The Wandering Idiots. So you can actually get good deals from them.
Yeah, a bit like the RavenCraft's head finger.
Yeah. Except it gives you like enchanting books for like better prices and such.
Yeah. Did you make a tree farm by any chance? Because I'm looking in here and I'm thinking.
Oh yeah. There is a mango style tree farm that we're going to visit. Yeah. It's partially broken. The TNT chamber is broken because I had a little minor accident with a creeper. But
I'm ashamed you didn't use mine. I mean, the new honey block ones are insane. I mean, it just makes them so 10 times easier to make.
Well, we'll have a look at the honey farms as well. But on this island, on the surface, there isn't too much. There's the waste disposal where I get rid of tridents whenever I pick them up. That's what this chamber here is for.
Why? Tridents are good, man.
It's the most useless weapon in the game. Oh.
There we go. That's just really wanted to do that.
You determined you were getting through that gap.
Yeah. I mean, how many did you throw away? Because they're pretty rare and
4 in total.
Yeah, I mean, you said yourself, weren't it? It was on your Xbox world, you got like them willy-nilly.
Oh yeah, on the Xbox, they get thrown at you left, right, and centre. On the Windows 10 version anyway. That's why I had like a disposal just to get rid of them straight away. But as I said, this island was like where I set up my base camp. If we open up here, though, this is the profits from the shop. So we have all those diamonds just from like a couple of days. Well, as I said, this was like the where I was starting off, because obviously mobs can't spawn on here, so it made it like a safe place to start from.
I mean, we would have had about times 5 million of this if the members on Cosmic actually bought from us. If they didn't look each other's asses, we would have had a lot more.
Yep.
We had a lot anyway, but.
Oh, I mean, I actually was walking around the Cosmic World just a couple of days ago, just to have a little walk, and I was looking at as we walk around it, and all the shops that the two of us owned.
Oh yeah, no, it was ridiculous. We pretty much owned the market.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It was ridiculous.
But this island also has a secret place as well, because we've got this up here, but my villager trading hall is beneath us.
Oh, villager trading halls.
Yeah, so if we hop down here. Now, have you ever seen the series Dollhouse? It's a Joss Whedon show.
Is it going to be throwing something into something?
No, it's because no one else was really going to come down here. You have to come under the water.
I don't know where you've gone. Oh, right, I can see you.
You see this little patch here? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, how have you done that? Oh, hang on. He's got a trident. This one. How's a baby got a trident?
You're gonna try and get it.
Oh. Did I get it? Did I balls?
No.
Oh my god, there's a dolphin in there.
Yep, not anymore. But the theme of Dollhouse, how to get the head for it. in Dollhouse, you had the actives that they were called. Basically, they had their minds wiped so that they could be reprogrammed to be anything that you wanted.
Is this the screenshot you put in the?
Yeah, because this is what I was trying. Well, it's still like a work in progress, but I was trying to recreate the picture of the dollhouse. Now in here there's a book, and that book lists all of the they're all named after the different dolls in Dollhouse, and
do you know what I thought you'd done here, right? So if you remember to RavenCraft season 6 when Iskal made his villager vending machine, I thought you made it so you go to the page here and then it pops up the villager.
Oh no, no, the villagers all live down there. We'll go down and have a look at them.
How do you know who's who?
Well, the name. So if I was looking for a particular book, so if, let's say I was looking for Delta, I would just walk up to them and I would find Delta if I want whatever book that Delta offers.
Oh, what? He's not meant to be killed, is he?
No, he lives here.
Not anymore.
They'll sharp spawn another one in. There we go. So I said this was like a work in progress because there was going to be more rooms back on this side.
Hang on. Why have you used diorite?
It sort of made it kind of like through the water. It looks kind of like there's loads of little stones in the bottom of the pond.
Out of every how many blocks is there in Mango you've used this?
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Hello there, Creeper. You coming in late today? We're just exploring having a little wander around the server to show the different bits and bobs. We've only been going for about 5 or so minutes, so we've only missed the shop so far. But this is my trading hall that we're in at the moment. It's built, as I say, a similar sort of theme to the dollhouse in the show Dollhouse. And they had their beds were kind of like sunken into the ground in these little pods, so I just dropped them down like like half a block.
Yeah.
Although it did cause a bother the very first day that I used this. Underneath here was hollow because I dug down too low, and when they all got up in the morning, they all went in the floorboards underneath. So
Or is there still something underneath now?
I've had to fill it up with all that, and I had to wait for them all to come back to bed as well at night, so that they all came up some steps that I made.
Yeah.
But I thought I was going to lose them because it took that long to get them all.
Yeah.
You know. Especially if I had heard one of them suffocating in a wall.
Yeah.
Are you not a fan of the diorite either, royalty?
No, it's horrible. It's disgusting.
Is that diarrhea right?
Honestly, I don't get why anybody just thinks it's a good idea to use it at all.
Yeah, royalty. It looks like bird mess. Yeah.
It does. It's awful.
So this was, well, I said this is my trading hall sort of thing that I had for here. Do you want to head over to the main event, I suppose? Do you want to head over to the big 10 chunk slime farm and have a look there next?
20 chunk, wasn't it?
Yeah, 10 chunks of slime, but 20 in total with the mobs. Yeah.
I mean, when you first mentioned it, I thought, oh my god, he's got a 20 chunk slime from it. I was like, how hard was it to find 10 chunks? Never mind, it'll be 20.
So we're going to be flying east in this direction, and slightly north. We'll cross over the the Guardian farm. Unless you want to have a look at the Guardian farm first, we might as well since we're here.
Yeah. Oh, you've used the
the water flow method. Yeah. Because I didn't have to. I mean, it was bad enough. I had to build a flower farm to make all the blue glass.
Yeah.
But it is good. I mean, this is where I've just been mending all my tools and what have you here because you just get so much.
Did you end up making a gold farm or not?
No. The plan was to reset the Nether when. When 1.16 came out, so I didn't really want to invest any time in building anything big in the Nether.
Have you seen the new gold farm?
I'm not sure if I have. No, it's I was using like turtle egg ones, are they?
I think it's so it's the same as ours, but it's like about, I'd say, half. Like you don't only have like, so do you know that we had glass all around?
Yeah.
Only make like 4 little like 3 by whatever how long it is, like little pathways for them to come to you, and you have the iron golems in the middle instead of the outskirts. So it's a lot more efficient than mine.
I'll have to have a little look and see. For when 1.16 comes out anyway.
Yeah. I think it probably will work to 1.16 still.
Fingers crossed, because there's lots of there's no zero tick farms.
I can see him going back to zero tick farms.
Well, at least the thing, I mean, I know like stuff here in my wool farm that I keep building. It does use some zero tick methods, but you don't actually need to use the zero tick. It's just to make the corners go faster, but you don't actually need it. You can't just get away with a single piston on each corner.
Yeah.
I remember
the sheer volume of sheep you got from this.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most efficient designs I've come up with, and at the core of it is what I use in most of my builds now is the redstone ores, because they give off a random signal, which keeps all these machines running so they don't crash.
Oh, shit, forgot you do have the moving floor as well, don't you?
Yeah, moving floor, it's all lit up. It's got the randomizer with the redstone ore. And anyone that's on my YouTube channel, you can always watch the disastrous tutorial, where everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Yeah, I did it. I did it on there. I should have just done it in a blank world, but doing it on Cosmic. I mean, it didn't help that I was ill as well. But the server lag and I think I spent about a month doing that episode, and I should have just scrapped it and done it from scratch.
Yeah, the Cosmic was the laggy server I think we've ever seen ever.
But as this is the same wool farm design. But once I came up with this, I don't see the point in changing it.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to change though. That's the thing.
No, I mean you don't need hundreds of sheep. There are 32 sheep in total here, 2 for each colour.
Yeah.
And well, you know from Cosmic how the sheer volume that it produces.
Yeah. Where's your storage for this then?
It's just down the bottom here. It hasn't got an item sort or anything like that. I just stuck it all in a hole. Yeah, I wait for the minimal effort storage here.
Yeah. My God, I'm trying to find it. Give me a sec.
Yeah, it's all a jumble sale.
Yeah.
But I did fill up the shop. I mean, each of those barrels in the shop is completely full of each colour.
Oh
so,
shit! I found it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! That was just some steak in there.
Oh, there probably is. Yeah. I put little food reserves everywhere just in case I ever needed it.
Yeah. I mean, you, buddy, maybe eat melons for about a year.
I was only 2 months feeding you melons.
2 months exactly. I didn't go sport. I didn't go anywhere. I was expecting like, oh, you might, you know, go to my base, get some carrots from me. You know, go to the gold farm, grab a bit of gold, and maybe some golden carrots. You know, left with what was it? A full double chest full of melons.
Yeah, I just kept on bringing back more and more because I only had limited space of how much I could transport up there because we didn't have shulker boxes.
Yeah, exactly. That let's be honest, that thing would have been done within. I mean, we wouldn't have had a rail system. It would have been done within maybe a month. That whole thing would have been completed with.
Because well, remember the was it like a whole Saturday we spent and we set up like it was something like 20 mine carts like
Sunday, I think.
Was it? We made that big train of all the chest mine carts.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Yeah. We recorded it and everything. But the thing is about that was, I mean, Dash always said, well, the goal is for the end not to be the end, like the end of the SMP, but with the end being 5 months until we went to the end, we knew it was the end of the SMP when that was going to happen, and well, it was, even though there's so much more. Because if we would have done that within the first month, there you go. It was meant to be done at the end of the first month of the SMP. There never was.
Oh, hello there to I missed the name there, but welcome to the people joining us on Mixer as well there. No, there we go. Not Focus has just followed us on Twitch there.
I just had the streamer, but they said follow. I said, oh crap, I'm following you.
You get the little Stargate animation on the screen there.
Yeah.
What we'll do is, because it's night time, this is like the best time to view the 10-chunk slime farm, because can you see the beacon? Is that rendered in for you?
Yeah.
That's where we're flying to.
Okay.
So you want to fly above it, get those chunks to load in.
Oh my fucking god.
It looks awesome, doesn't it?
Is this? I mean, I don't know why you made us bloody dig out, bloody drain all this water when we could have just done this. It would have been a month.
Well, you see, the thing is though, slime rates are not good down there.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah, wait, no, never mind then.
You need sky access.
Yeah, plus.
It still generates slime, but it's not good.
Yeah. So, is there a way to get in it?
Yeah, you have to come over this little island over here. So we'll come here, and I want to go down there. So just to recap to everyone that's just joining us as well, we are exploring the base that I built on the N3XTCLASH SMP server. Having a little rummage around the different builds that I made across on my little island chain. So this is the storage area where everything comes down. I decided to make everything like it's dual columns for the items, and then a shulker box, so it fills the shulker box first so that I can grab it and run basically.
This
and
is
then
what we should have done.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair though, we should have even done shulker box loaders.
This here, if you can see down here, this is 5 chunks of loaders. If you can see all the way down there. Stay on this side of the thing and look down, and I'll set it off. There we go. Are you watching down the hole?
Yep. Oh, so they're all in time.
Yeah.
I mean, this was a good design you came up with. It was a very good design.
Yeah, it was frustrating to build because when I built this, I built it like two blocks too close, so I had to rebuild it all two blocks back.
I mean, luckily, that happened on Cosmic, but we did what happened on Cosmic? Basically, it was only like about, what was it, 10 of them going at once. Well, how many have you got here?
16 times 5.
So 80.
Give or take. But you can see where, like, by standing here, you can actually like see how far away mobs spawn, because the ones at the back stay docked longer to unload. But there is access all the way around the outside of this farm as well, if you follow this corridor around. So you can see here the chunks that are exposed to the air, those ones are slime chunks, and the ones that are still covered up but 3 high are for mobs. And I made it 3 high so that I can get the Enderman as well.
Yeah, smart.
And it's all covered in. I don't know if we'll bother because it is a long way away to go to the Wither Rose farm. It's in the end, and it's 10,000 by 10,000. I don't know if I can be bothered to go that far, to be honest.
Was it? Well, we could just TP.
I suppose we could have if we wanted to, yeah.
Because is it the same design we made on my little single player?
Yeah, it's exactly the same. Except I think I've got the AFK spot too high. That's the only issue with it. But
I mean, yeah, I mean, it was like a certain amount of thing you had to do for the AFK, weren't it? It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Oh, just looking in the chat there, Creeper says hello, Focus.
Hello, are you alright?
Yeah, it was a bit of a fanny to rebuild it, this thing here, but that's it. This is the loader. These are instant repeaters as well, so that it fires them all off quickly.
Oh, we had these for the slime farm construction.
Yeah,
but never worked.
It worked in bits. If it wasn't for the lag on the server, I think it would have ran perfectly.
Yeah, it always baffles my mind how these are instant repeaters. It just doesn't make any sense.
It is a weird one, but yeah, as long as it works, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, you thought there'd be like a tick delay on the pistons, but there's none.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There we go. And that's this is like the item elevator that I use everywhere.
Oh yeah, I love this. We had this on the slime farm as well, didn't we?
Yeah, and then it just brings it all up here, and then it gets sorted into the dual sorters.
Yeah.
On the top. So in normal circumstances, it should distribute them evenly, but unfortunately, it just doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
but as long as it fills up the shulker column first, and then it fills up the other column, which is fine by me.
Yeah. I mean, it's like if my slime series went pretty far, I'd probably like build another 10 chunk slime farm, and if I could find the chunks, I'd do like so. I'd make this more advanced if I had the time, like do some silo sorters that Iskar made on the end of the HermitCraft 6. You'll that like tell you how much stuff you've got.
Yeah.
That would have been cool to have here.
Yeah. I mean, ideally, I suppose I could have, if it had gone on longer, I could have built, this going like way back.
Oh yeah.
And just used this as my storage area. I could have dumped off everything here.
Yeah.
And that would have been it. But yeah, I dug this out over the course of like 3 streams. But you can see the slimes are all starting to die in there. But as I said, the slime rates on this though are not that good.
Not compared to that one we made.
No, I mean, it's nothing compared to the one that we made on Cosmic.
Well, I'm guessing that the multiple layers probably really helped on Cosmic, which is probably better than doing the Wither Roses. Yeah.
It's just for the speed of building it. That's why I went with the Wither Rose approach. But I mean, we turned this off a couple of minutes ago, and you can still hear it is all still. Yeah. It's still unloading all this stuff.
I mean, the probably more Cosmic we made that was mental. I mean, the rates that came out with, it was like.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, once we've explored these areas, I can swap the world out, and we can have a little wander around that as well. If the people in the stream would like to see some of the bits on that as well, we can have like half an hour there as well.
What I wanted to do is like basically I was gonna like put that on a single player world. I was gonna like do a bunch of tests to do like how many baits you would get per hour. for a video I was planning on. I thought, well, while I wait for replay mode, I might as well put that together. But yeah.
There we go. 1 second there, I will quickly bring up the map. So this is the map of all of the different places that I built on the server. So all my different farms are on different islands. So we're going to have a little zoom around there, and I'll show you the bit I was working on, which was going to be like my main base in the water. We've also got, things like, the skeleton farms. There's Zero Tick Island as well, where all the Zero Tick farms are. The pumpkin farms, the villager breeders, and all that as well there. But which window is it? There it is. Just make sure I've tabbed back to the right Minecraft window, because we've got the live map on this server as well.
Yeah.
But we'll fly across to my traditional iron farm next, I think.
Yep.
Work our way around. I'm sick of building these now, to be honest, because I've built them like I don't know how many times.
I've told you should build that bloody rail one.
Nah, I don't like it.
it's funny though. Just
it's got that, but I mean, this for me is the most efficient one that I'll ever need, really.
It'll probably be just as efficient, but it's like, I mean, obviously you're going through a lot more pain in the ass. But if this ever got boring, I'd just probably make one of them.
Just for something different.
Yeah, it just looks really cool.
Yeah, and this one.
Need for it.
This one down here is just got the basic multi-chest storage down here, and a little cubby hole to AFK in for it. I've also got an overspill for the poppies, so once it fills up a chest, it then just burns the rest.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much how everyone's bloody farm goes. I mean,
yeah.
The only thing that you could do here is put it in a compost and start bone meal, but bone meal's nothing compared to other skeleton spawners and.
Exactly, yeah. The other farms generate so much, and plus as well, that mob farm gets you so many bones as well that I stopped going to the skeleton farm.
Yeah, I mean, Iskall did what I did on his bloody, what's it called, his tree farm. And do you remember when we started? So we took the tree farm and made a bone meal farm next to it, so it could all
aye
yourself, and then it can spit saplings at you. He's also done that, which is I mean, I was gonna say I had that idea all along. Always had that idea. But it's like when Mumbo made that.
Hello, Tree Master 6 over on Twitch. Thanks for joining us today.
What's it called? You made a hobbit hole in your episode or something, didn't you? And then Mumbo made one in his next episode. It was like, oh.
See, that's the thing, that circular window he made.
Yeah.
I was planning on making that at the back of my cosmic base in the mountain, because if you go behind the mountain, there's like a little valley in the upper section. But we'll head across. Can you see, is it rendered in for you? There's some wooden structures, yeah.
This looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's obviously this is like an extreme work in progress because of the amount of wood that it was requiring. But my idea with this series was I wanted to build a floating city, so it would all be like this, but spread out across this entire area.
Yeah.
There was going to be like big houses and stuff, but I only really got this corner done, to be honest, because I haven't even marked out where the pillars are going to be on the other side. So you've got like a little patch down here where you can, this would be where you dock with your boat, and you walk up to the top. And this was going to be like cargo areas and such like that. As I said, there's going to be like houses and storage areas. I did rebuild my cosmic warehouse. Different blocks, but it's the same building.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh yep.
I even got the screenshots out. That's why one of the reasons I was in Cosmic World the other day, because I was screenshotting it and measuring it up.
Yeah. I mean, I just remember jumping side to side in these bloody barrels when I used to do this. Hours doing this. But that's usually when we're getting frustrated that farm weren't working.
Aye.
which happened a lot because of the lag.
Aye, that was one of the biggest things on that one, yeah. I said it was a work in progress. The vision I had in my head just didn't have the time to flesh it out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because there was going to be like, apart from that, I was going to like make little sort of like jetties that would have like wheat farms and stuff on them as well. So it would be like almost like a self-sustaining little bit, and then you have all little islands and put little docks on them as well, so you can sail to them all. But I suppose we might as well head north from where we are now. Can you see that island to the north? This is a skeleton farm. Yeah, just inside these little things. Oh, Tree Master 6, thanks for the follow there.
Oh, you're getting raided.
Got 10 views at the minute. I can't see who they are because I didn't, because we kind of started like 10 minutes early. I didn't have time to put my, I normally have the thing open that tells us who's on, but I haven't got that open today. I've only got the thing on my Stream Deck which tells me how many people's watching on each platform. But all this is here is, you know, the bog standard skeleton farm. You know, I make this everywhere. I've got tutorials on how to make this one dotted all over the place. You know, dark chamber with the skeleton spawners. They come up here and you either kill them straight away or you flick this lever and you can get XP from them. But I stopped as soon as I built that prismarine farm. I didn't need to come here for any more of that. Yeah.
I mean, it's the same with anything though. This is like quite a starter kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, this is just, you know, the bog stand design that I make everywhere. I mean, I made a few of these on Cosmic because I made them for different people as well. Yeah.
AFK there for a year.
Hi, but it was better on the server than when he did his entity cramming one.
Oh yeah.
Right, which. Right.
Just AFK there for about 50 hours and just literally just stood there so they so they just crammed.
Do you remember the day that you lost your trident in the when we blew you up under the TNT? And when we first started working on the slime farm project, and you went to the bottom of the hole where I was doing that. Yeah. Well, when you're getting that one, yep. When the next day I had some time, so I thought I'll go into the ocean and see if I can get one.
Yeah, no, I know you've killed about 50 of them or something, didn't you?
Well, the thing is though, because he was AFKing at a skeleton farm using entity cramming, there was no naturally spawned drowns in the entire world. I could only get them with structures, you know, like when you get those underwater temple things.
Yeah, I remember now, yeah.
But I mean, at 5 hours I was looking for a trident for you.
Yeah, I remember. Was you streaming or did you not stream? You had a podcast or something, didn't you? And you were just you did it for 5 hours and messaged me saying, didn't manage to get your trident, but I got you like you came back with like 20 bloody heads and everything.
I had everything else except for tridents.
Yeah, did the heart of the sea, found about 50 treasures, but no trident.
Oh, I had loads of those ones, yeah.
Yeah.
But what we'll do is we'll go north again now. And this is Zero Tick Island. So this is the all-in-one Zero Tick farm. Except I made it slightly bigger than El Mango's design. It's got like a few extra farms on it. But if you flick that switch, it'll turn on.
Oh, I see it now, yes.
And you get everything. So you get your, you know, your cactus, your sugar cane. It's got a thing in it as well where you can get, if they hadn't taken Zero Ticket away, you were going to be able to get, what do you call it, kelp and those vines. They were going to be made available, like from this farm as well. But
Zero Tick vines.
You can't, the new weeping vines you could until they took Zero Ticket away. You could in the snapshots.
Yeah.
But you know, the rest was all taken away.
I'm trying to look for where you're producing the bamboo here.
It's somewhere inside of these chambers. This side over here, where I am.
Oh yeah.
You see there, just in there, yeah.
you had something. I mean, you love bamboo so much, didn't you?
It's such a good fuel source, you see. So.
Yeah, you had it bloody planted all over the place.
Aye.
Bloody bush things on Cosmic.
Hello, Dark Meta, joining us on YouTube. We're currently exploring the I wonder if to call it the N3XTCLASH SMP. Just showing off the sort of like the end of all my bases here on this series. We've already gone through quite a few of the islands because most of my base is broken up between all the different islands. But yeah, I hope you enjoy having a look around the rest of the little bits and bobs that we've got to go through here, and then I think we're going to switch worlds. But what we'll do now is, actually we'll bring up the map so I can get the right direction. The next one, I'll show you my fishing farm that I did for that stream, which is kind of like southwest, sort of.
Let's follow you.
I think, oh there it is, just coming into view there.
Ah, right. Okay. Have you got a rod?
It's down below. If you go down here, you can get the rod.
I found your trident.
Oh yeah, that's the only trident I kept.
Yeah.
But well, with this AFK farm anyway, everything you fished got launched back up so that during the AFK fishing stream, people in the chat could guess what the item was, and it would float past. So it would display at the top of the screen, so that anyone that was watching the stream could play along and guess what item we're going to get next. So you see there, we've just got a fish. What else we're going to get? Another fish.
That's pretty cool, all that.
Yeah, I just thought it would be just a bit of fun. I had this sort of like weird, I call them headaches with pictures, but normal people call them ideas. When I went to bed the day before I did the stream. But I just let it run for 5 hours whilst I was working, because we were having the two screens set up. I just chucked it on the top screen, and I was coding on the bottom screen.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. This. I mean, somebody's putting your Twitch chat saying this is the coolest thing you've ever seen. Wait till you see our 10 times fat.
Oh yeah, the chat there. Yeah, royalty. It is. It is lots of fun. I think on future worlds I'll rebuild this because it is just like a bit of a laugh, really. So I did this one, like I said, for 5 hours, where anyone on the stream could guess what it was that we were. What the next item was going to be.
Just look at the sheer volume of bloody drowns you get around here.
I know, and remember as well, this is running on a tiny Raspberry Pi computer.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't even imagine what Cosmic was running now.
This has only got 4 gigabytes of memory as well, but only 3 of it's reserved for Minecraft. Yeah. So next up, right, we need to fly back towards the iron farm. And then from the iron farm we'll fly over the pumpkin island and we'll get to the villager breeder. So I don't know if you can see which way is you're going for that one. If I know that I've got the Optifine thing on here, so I can yeah, then you go east from there.
Yeah. Oh no, I've gone west. I'm back at Mushroom Island.
Yeah, royalty, that is an excellent idea. We should have had that, so like every time an enchanted book goes past, you've got to take a shot. That'll be we'll do that for a Saturday night stream one day, I think.
Oh, I found your bloody Stargate.
Oh, you've gone too far south. We could do that way if you want to go there first.
Yeah, I can do.
Yeah. So
what's going on over here next to it?
If you come over at the Stargate one first, we'll have a go on here. So, as is tradition with all of my worlds, they have to have a Stargate so that I can, when I do like my proper episodes on YouTube, I can like do the story so that we can like travel between the worlds by firing up the Stargate and then walking through it.
Episode we said we were going to do done, did we? Deal with
the worlds are all still there. I've been trying to see if other people have got the free time as well to try and do it, because I'm determined. I wrote that episode. I built the world. We're going to do it with somebody.
Yeah, yeah. When we were doing the going back to the Bedrock world,
yeah.
The challenge and stuff.
So if we press that there, you see the Stargate works. It all lights up. The event horizon comes up, and then after, I don't know, is it something like 20 seconds or something like that? It'll the Stargate will shut off and the water will drain away. Just going to clear a little bit of room in my inventory for a second there because we'll need it for the next island. Is this going to go down? Anytime now. Of course, I can't remember how long I programmed it to stay open for. Like, there it goes. And the Stargate turns off. But this next island behind it, this is Barbecue Island.
Barbecue Island?
This is where my super smelter is.
Oh.
Take some sand out of here. Stand on here and you know, like Control and Q to throw the entire stack down the hole at the back.
Oh.
So sometimes it doesn't always hit, but majority of the times. Nope.
Oh, have I missed absolutely every one there?
Yeah, you've managed to miss every single one.
Wait, I've got this.
Ouch.
Oh, this works.
So the premise of this anyway, before he dies in the fire.
I'm alright.
Remember what happened in a certain Blaze farm?
I didn't die though, did I? I don't know if I died, did I?
Can you hear the bells?
Sounds like bloody Queen's annoying message system.
Yeah, this bell indicates that the stuff is returning from the smelter.
Oh, there it is.
There's a
There's 3 of them, Jesus.
If you come back around this way, there's an entrance way to get back to the surface. Yeah. But there's a 64 array smelter down beneath us, close to Bedrock. So all I would do is I'd come in here, throw it in there, and within a minute or so I would just have everything back. It produces absolutely loads. But the thing is though as well, I mean, as I was saying, this is running on a Raspberry Pi computer. When I played this on the actual live server, the real one, the frame rates just dropped doing this. But I mean, you know, this is, I mean, there was a tiny, I think it's probably gone down to about maybe 50 or 60, at least for me, from like the 100 nod. But it's still running perfectly, it's playable.
Yeah.
But I said that bell rings until all of the stock's been smelted. Let's just throw a few more chunks of this sand in. So I said I'll come here, I toss it over the side, and that's it away. But what we'll do is now, because I said that's the Super Smelter Island, we will head in this sort of direction, and we will get over to the
Barbecue Ray.
Barbecue Bay. Yeah.
I mean, he's dead now, but yeah, it was. Right, where are we heading?
East.
That's north, and that's west, that's east.
And this is the villager breeder. So it's not as efficient as the one I built on Cosmic because it's not as big, but it still does the job. Oh, here he comes.
There we go, look at that landing.
There we go. So it does the job. It's not as efficient as I said, but if we go down here, underneath, and I made it so that the villagers can be loaded from in here into a boat, and I can transport them to the main island.
Oh, there, he's off.
Yep. And then you would have a boat here, and he would then get when he gets thrown off the off here, he would then get thrown into a boat.
On a villager head. There we go.
But I like this. This was I think this looked really good with the shaders. If you saw the screenshots on Discord.
Yeah, I did have a look.
Let's have some steak quickly. So I said that is the Villager Breeder Island. If we go south of here, we can get to the next set of farms. There it is. So a little bit south and then east again. And this is the bee farm.
Oh, hang on. That's not the right island. You had plenty of islands, didn't you?
Yeah, that's why I chose this spot in the world, because there's you know, a different farm on each island.
I've made it to your tree farm.
Right, we'll do the tree farm next then, because that's only it's only south a little ways from here.
Similar to the design I made on that single player world we played on for a bit.
Aye.
Probably a little bit less complicated. So let's have a look over.
The problem is that I did break the TNT chamber the other day. But yeah, you can probably still fire it up. I haven't actually fired it up on this particular server.
How did you break it?
There was a creeper spawned on a block where I shouldn't have. I didn't have the right light levels. When I tried to go up and deal with it, I didn't have my bow with us, and it blew up a section of it, and I've put some of it together wrong. But I couldn't be bothered to fix it at that point when you saw how many logs I had. So,
what's actually broken then? The Jufa?
Oh, it's just some of the observers are in the wrong place for like the triggering mechanisms and what have you. But never got round to fixing it.
Why even is the Jufa?
Oh, this one's not duplicated. This one's just TNT straight off.
Also, it's just dispensed.
Yeah. It's not duplicated on this one.
How come you've done that? Just you had that much TNT.
Well, that much resources from the other farms, plus dozens of boxes of sand that I gathered up as well. But yeah, this is the stupidly overly complicated tree farm.
Yeah.
I don't think on my new world I'm not going to bother building one this sort of complicated again.
They are fun though. They're definitely useful.
Oh yeah, it's fun, but it's just such a hassle. And then when something goes wrong, the sheer volume of things that you have to do to fix it.
You got to know what you're doing. So this is your typical farm.
Oh yeah, that's just north of here.
Yeah, that's the normal sea pickle.
Yeah, just a bog standard design, no frills.
This is your oh bloody hell. So what about focus versus bees? How's that gonna work out?
What was that there? Your microphone cut out for a second there.
Focus versus bees.
Oh, you're gonna try and take them on, eh?
If we've done it with the blazes, we can do it with the bees. Oh, easy peasy.
Aye, but you have a special sword that I spawned in before we started.
No, I could have done this with bloody leather.
For those in the stream, this is the sword I'm using. Is the anti-lag stick, and this is the sword that I gave to Focus. We spawned because this is just like a demonstration of the world. It's not something that we're going to keep. It's it's just the. We've got like invincible tools so that we don't have to worry about anything for the.
Bloody hell, why have they got red eyes?
It's because they're going to kill you.
Scary. Oh man.
But all of these, I think there's like 17 down either side of these. You can see the tutorial on my YouTube channel how to make these. Relatively simple, except on this version. I had to add these mechanisms here, which are powered by randomizers in the redstone ore. No problem, royalty. We'll catch you in the next one, hopefully. Could be worse, I suppose. You could be going to do your knitting like Chrissy does. Like this time of night, you see Chrissy's doing. If he's not doing his knitting, he's doing his crossword like a proper pensioner.
Yeah. Wait,
or it's crochet, not knitting. Oh, sorry. But as I was saying there as well, the using the redstone ore as a randomizer, because when these glitch, you could wind up with it powered on completely and it not undo. And then the machine gets locked. So every 70 seconds, the machines reset based on them, and then all these slime blocks do here is momentarily break the redstone line and then repower it. So it just resets the mechanism if anything breaks.
I'm an angry bee.
Are you like? Are you gonna wear that for the rest of the stream?
Yeah. They actually are called angry bees.
Is that what the thing? I mean, but before you did that, I'll show you over here that this is the heads I wound up with because mistakes were made whilst whilst building this farm. Need a couple of angry ones. I think I've got a few like pollen-filled ones as well. Some of them have got pollen on them.
I don't know what the difference is, but I mean, I don't even know anything about what to do. What's a clue? I mean, I know you can milk them of their honey. But
I mean, the volumes that we produced here was absolutely phenomenal.
yeah.
But there is one other island to do, and then we've covered all of the islands. But to get there, we're going to go through the Nether because it's a bit of a hike.
Oh crap! I just dropped some bunch of rockets.
Nope, I don't know where he's gone.
Is there a portal on that island? Is
Yeah, there's a portal on this island. Just a little ways away from the actual farm itself.
I'll find it. Don't worry.
I'm standing on the beach. I can hear you. Oh, there you go. You're just next to the portal.
Oh.
Yep, you're just flown around as you're above us. Here we go. So next we want to go south. Well, southwest really.
Oh, shit, nil. I get going.
There you go, she flown straight over us.
Over.
Hi. Where is it? There he is. So let's hop through this one. Here we go, and it's daytime, that's a bonus.
Let's go potion brew, huh?
Yep, so this is potion brewing on an industrial scale as well.
Yep.
So we've got plenty to keep going on here. So same again, you can see tutorials for these on my channel. These also work in Bedrock as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's they're all Bedrock compatible for anyone that's playing on like Windows 10 or on their phone or their Xboxes and what have you. The only thing I will say from my tutorial on there is extend it out by one block, put a repeater there, and you sort of extend this out into a T shape as opposed to the L shape that's in my tutorial. It's just because of a change that happened during the last update on Minecraft. But other than that, they work perfectly across all the platforms. But that is well, that's pretty much it for all these islands that I built here. Or that got the mega farms and what have you for the slime and what have you. So now, if you're all still interested, we'll hop over to the cosmic world. It'll take 5 minutes to switch over the worlds, and then we'll have a little explore on that for half an hour.
Yep.
Yep. So we're back in 5 minutes once I reboot the server.
The summer's calling. The summer's calling. If the kingdom is overthrown, meet me at the cornerstone. I know that I can't be without you. This bond is solid gold. We're a diamond and an emerald. It took me forever to find you. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and darkest days. The summer's calling. clear, and we watch our dreams appear. I know that we can rise together. This vision that we share is ours. Together we can touch the stars. I know that we will see December. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and darkest days. The summer's calling. The summer's calling. The summer's calling. If the kingdom is overthrown, meet me at the cornerstone. I know that I can't be without you. This bond is solid gold. We're a diamond and an emerald. It took me forever to find you. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and darkest days. The summer's calling.
Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day. Hello everyone, we are back now. We have just swapped worlds over on the on my server, and we're now back on the old cosmic world. This was my old base, but we're not here to show that today. We're going to bloody hell, look at all these iron golems that are spawning here. This is how you do an iron farm. Look at the sheer volume of them. I'm getting a screenshot of that. Yeah, but well, you saw my iron farm on the other server, and this is what it is when you know, you dial that up to 11. So I don't know if are you able to join this one now, Focus? Are you? Oh, you just restarted Minecraft, yeah.
I need to get whitelisted.
Of course, I don't actually know where you're going to spawn in as well, because we can't remember where you were last.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to do is, on this world, I am going to quickly change into creative mode just for this tour, because I don't actually have any useful tools on me. So this is like a little look above my sort of like main farming area, but I will TP back to spawn, or at least close to spawn anyway.
Hang on. Have you whitelisted me?
Yeah, you should be whitelisted on this one.
No, I'm not.
Alright, maybe I spelled your name wrong. Whitelist, add. Give that a try and see if
Yep.
Oh, there you go. I see. So whereabouts if you landed?
Oh my god, bloody hell, where am I? Here, I'm at spawn.
Yeah, spawn. I'm over at my shops at the minute. Do you have any of your equipment still on you?
Hang on.
There you are.
Put the ender shop over here.
It's not an ender shop. I built that afterwards. This has the content.
Oh.
This is everybody's ender chest and inventories when they finish playing the game.
Okay.
So you know the contents of what everyone had. So you know you've got these in here. Whatever they had, I made here. This is 3 levels of all this as well.
Mm-hmm. 2 stacks of diamond blocks on. Ridiculous.
No, just loads and loads of stuff.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
But what we'll do now is, because well, we're here to have a look at the farm. What I'll do is I'll bring up the map again and I'll get the coordinates, because we build our slime farm, but all the way down here. So that is minus 400 by 17 K.
Oh, here we go.
So,
I mean, while you TP yourself there, I'm just gonna have a look at a piston bolt.
oh, you're coming that way, are you?
Might do.
Oh, we might as well. It'll only take a few seconds, I say, because I haven't got any useful tools on us. Because it's sort of like a last minute coming onto here. I'm just in creative mode anyway, so.
Okay, right. I need to remember this still. So, how did we had our own upper level up here to the pigman farm?
Yeah, you come up here through that little golden passageway.
Yeah, and then I made this pretty lovely little tunnel. I kept on getting trashed. And people started stealing.
Hello, Timmy. Thanks for subscribing over on YouTube there. We're just having a little bit of an explore of our old SMP world. I don't know who set this place on fire as well, actually.
I mean, I don't know what people got up to over here.
Yeah, I didn't usually come this way anymore, you see, because there was a hole in the roof next to my base.
Oh,
so
yeah, of course.
I just took that route after that point.
The amazing pigman farm.
Are you flying up there to have a look, are you?
Yeah, so how far are we? So the one going there, we got not far from being done. It was just a bunch of blocks. We actually did go quite far. All the pistons are in place, it's just the blocks.
Yeah, we still had like blocks to take out as well.
Yeah. Oh no, we took out all the blocks. We did that. We learned from the mistake that happened over there, I think.
Yeah.
You know what, I'm gonna go to the end of this and I'm gonna ride it.
Are you going to the farm at the other end?
Yeah, and I'm gonna ride it back then.
So everyone you see, this was our sort of like half-complete piston bolt.
Yeah.
I mean, this was like a massive project getting all the resources, because this goes on for 2,000 blocks in this direction, followed by like a couple of hundred in the other direction to take us out to the actual farm itself. Just keep flying along here. What are we at now? We're at 1,100. I tell you what, let's jump into spectator mode so that we can dial this up a little bit and go a bit faster. But even at this speed, from a Raspberry Pi computer, these chunks are loading phenomenally fast.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if there's a minecart around here. don't want to go through there yet.
Here we go. This is the corner.
Okay, have you got? Can you spawn in a minecart by any chance?
Yeah, 2 seconds. I'll get to you at the end there. Just change the menus on my stream deck so I can go into creative. And you want a minecart?
Yeah. So I'm hoping this one we actually did complete coming back.
There you go. I've just chucked out a couple of minecarts.
Oh yeah, oh, nice one. Okay, time to test this bad boy. Bang. Oh, it's so smooth on the server.
Yeah. I'm chasing behind you in creative mode. In fact, I'm gonna have to switch over to spectator because I can't keep up with you in there.
Yeah. Is it gonna work? Right, switcher really worked. Is it gonna work here? Yes. Okay. I remember we need to just commentate while we're on this. If it's gonna work or not.
We're tracking quite well in spectator mode, I think here.
Yeah.
This is me in spectator mode, chasing after a piston bolt.
Oh bloody hell, gas! Oh. No! That was always a problem.
We never finished carpeting it, you see.
Yeah, well the other side we did. I think we've not finished this side.
Yeah, I think it chucks you out just next to the slime farm, doesn't it? But I mean, how quicker is this compared to like the 20 minutes on a powered rail?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't finish the carpets. We nearly did. There's only that little tiny. We were literally about 20 carpets we needed actually.
It's like a few like odd ones missing, wasn't there?
Yeah, just like a little patch.
Yeah, but we're tracking this really quite well, I think. Here, I've matched the speed, I think, of the piston bolt in spectator perfectly here. You got 800 blocks to go.
Will we make it?
When does the track run out?
Just before the gold farm. Before the massive tower ends. Will there be a track missing?
Well, we shall find out.
Will there be another gas?
We're at 400 now, so we're almost at spawn. Here we go, end of the line.
And it works. See, this is the amazing creation we made.
I mean, how many nights did we spend just placing blocks walking up here?
Don't even get me started. I mean, I think I got home from college, and then I would start on the slime farm, finish that off, and then you'd get on later on, and then we'd just work on this.
Until about 1 in the morning or something.
Yeah.
And then, well, I used to stay on again till like 4 o'clock in the morning after you went to bed.
Yeah.
But I'm just spectator flying to the end because it's quicker, I think, rather than trying to guess the coordinates. There's the corner.
Yeah, I've made it.
Are you at the corner already?
Mhm.
Okay, I'll not need to teleport you then if you're already here.
Maybe not. Oh no, that wasn't the corner. Right, hang on, I'm nearly there anyway.
Aye. You see, since we left Cosmic, I did make a creative mode adjustment to the portal.
Yeah, I see.
Because at the time I was running it in 1.14, and it just made my life like before I like upped it to 1.15. It just made it a little bit easier. Hop in here, and this, when it loads, is our 10 chunk slime farm.
I mean, how fucking long did it take me to do these walls, man? Remember?
Well, can you remember like how many nights did we spend just the two of us making concrete here?
You'd be stood here and I'd be stood here placing it, you'd just be digging it here.
Yeah, and then we'd swap over for a little bit and you would dig it out and I would stand over here and place it.
Yeah, we'd have a little break, put something on our mouths. I mean, just the sheer volumes of, it's made so much slime.
Is it turned on? Oh, it is turned on.
The design of this place is amazing. I mean,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, they probably are broken these, but look how long it stays there for.
Alright, unloading. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, but this was a very, very deliberate structure. So we say even the position of the lighting was. I mean, how long did I spend precisely calculating the number of blocks?
I mean, you look at everything here. Everything was calculated and planned. Single block.
Every single block planned for, grinded for.
I mean, we didn't really do the planning correctly. Like, there's a lot of gap over it. This did not need to be here. This part, and then there's also this part here, just like this massive area here.
It just made it like a little bit easier just digging out in a big square rather than making it fiddly.
It was on an island, so we might as well got rid of most of it.
Most of this was like a good chunk of this was an island that we had to like dig out. Like I say, everything, the position of the golems, the lighting. I calculated the position of all these lights in 3 dimensions because we had to account for all the different floors. So each floor compensates for light levels below it and above it as well, and also on its own surface, to guarantee that only the slimes will spawn. But I mean, you can just see now, just bouncing around here, how many slimes are forming on these platforms. There's absolutely tons of them.
To everyone watching, so as you can see right now, this is finished, but while we was actually constructing this, I think we got like about 1 layer of the golem, like 1 little thing of the golems done. Like, so we got 1 full.
I think it was just maybe these ones over here, but because we did like experiments with the different levels, when I like took the world to finish it off, I wound up it was just easier just to get rid of all of them and start from scratch.
And the thing is that I did actually get kicked to the end.
Aye. We were so close to finishing it though when you left.
I mean, we had to move on to different projects halfway through it because we couldn't stay here forever. But
aye, we needed a break as well. Yeah.
And plus, we had enough slime as it was.
Even when we only had like 1 segment running, the amount of slime we got was absolutely phenomenal.
Just making this thing, we had enough slime. For a long time.
That was when on the other server, when I was building it in the streams. I mean, we come up with stacks of slime blocks because of the sheer volume, just from killing them as we were digging.
We had some bloody challenges getting all the sand.
Yeah, because this was all transported up here. We are like, you can see in the coordinates in the top there, 17,500 blocks, no shulker boxes. So everything you see here had to be transported basically by hand. We did use.
I became homeless, and right, this is not even an exaggeration, right? I was here for
about 2 months, or at least 6 weeks.
At least I didn't go anywhere, so I literally, right, I was here for this long. One day I turned around and I decided to make my own super. So we needed a load of glass after the sand, so I made my own super smelter instead of transporting it.
Because it was too far to keep going back to my base to use the super smelter there.
A panic room, an automatic XP thing that I made because it was literally.
That's the thing, is that people were coming up here to use this XP thing.
Just here, they used the minecart for 20 minutes just to come and use this. Honestly, just to come and use this.
I had to deactivate the farms on some of these, like, just to turn them off. There was no point in leaving them turned on. But
should we go and show them the mob farm quickly?
Yeah, because that's just over here.
And then
just rendering in.
Not long after we were over here, Mumble made a mob farm on HermitCraft, and this is like roughly the same design with a little bit of
a few little bits of tweaks here and there to make it run better.
And this is a pure like efficient.
Let's just go into. I'm gonna go into spectator mode. Oops.
I should also mention we had no elytras as well.
Oh yeah. So this was all like scaffolded and blocked up, but you can see all the mobs in here. And if you fire up the machine down there, we'll be able to see them all getting pushed off. In my sort of like showcase for this region episode that I did a few months ago, I did like a replay mod where it looked like I was getting pushed in and I fell down one of the drains.
Yeah.
There you go. You can see all the mobs are getting funneled over here.
It was just crazy. It literally was. It was worth it.
Here they come. It's raining mobs.
Yep.
Then they all get washed away.
It was so worth it though. I mean, what we got out of this farm. I mean, I'm probably
Yeah.
going to make a tutorial on this farm when I can be bothered.
Aye.
Because I know there's a lot of people out there who'd appreciate this because it's such an efficient farm if you're on a single player world, especially.
Oh, if you're on a single player, you just
I mean,
need to turn
it's
it
a
on for it.
multiplayer.
Yeah, you just need to turn it on for a
single player
minute.
Cosmic.
Yeah, I mean, well, you saw how well my tiny little Raspberry Pi just handled that.
The mob squads are great. At the moment, on the Cosmic world, that was the laggiest thing we've ever seen.
You could like fire it up when there was nobody else on.
Yeah, but honestly, the amount of experimenting. So what we had to do, we had to bring over a bunch of redstone supplies over here, and we made these bloody sand pushers. That just didn't work. We had bloody Derek, the AFK bot. That would sit there,
back over at this farm. Yeah.
Trying his best just to get that, sand down, so we could actually, fill this whole thing in.
Because we had to drain the ocean out of all these areas.
It didn't work, by the way. I thought we'd let you know that it didn't work.
It worked in bits.
It worked for
like 5 minutes at a time, and then we had to rebuild it.
Here, this is where it stopped, and we ended it. And I said, "I'm not doing this." And then, how did we just manually place it?
Well, if you come over to here, we made these grids up, you see,
Yeah.
and then we used the sponges to drain the grids.
I mean, as over here, you can tell we over-calculated this area here.
Yeah.
And one day I said, Raven, just bloody put the slime chunks above in the sky so we can actually see where we're digging.
Aye, because I had all the little markers. When I did it on the other server as well, I did the same thing where I had like on the water surface, I had it all marked out.
Yeah.
And then when I finished building it, I I mined those up.
I mean, I don't think people understand how long it took you to find these 10 slime chunks. I mean, me and Raven, so basically how this came across is we were on Cosmic, and he just joined, and you needed slime, didn't you?
Yeah, I couldn't get any slime because I needed it for my tunneling machines.
Yeah, a bit weird, and he thought obviously, for the quantities of slime you wanted, in my shop was way too expensive, but...
Yeah.
I mean, I struck a deal with you, and then I was like, you were like, why is it so expensive? I took it to my base, and I went, the reason it's so expensive is because of this, right?
Yeah, I mean, how many nights did we spend trying to make your like single chunk more efficient?
Like, we tried absolutely everything in the book. That one single chunk was never ever going to work.
Nah, not for the volume that we had that we could generate from when we started doing this one.
No, just from like putting just digging to the bedrock. The amount of volume of slime we were getting there was more than I'd ever made on that.
I mean, just standing here looking over these, can you see just how many of them are coming off this?
And a big point why we made this was there's two major reasons why we made this. For one, why not? It was just a real
Yeah.
And for two, is when we started making this, there was a bloody rule on Cosmic that said you're not allowed to you're not allowed to AFK for longer than an hour.
Unless you're Demetrius.
Yeah, unless you're the owner's bloody pet. But as you know, everyone hated us on that server, so everyone would snitch and stuff. So they'd be AFK for too long, and then you'd get kicked. And basically, if you were caught for AFKing longer than 2 hours or something.
There was a few times Dash actually TP'd to me when I was working on bits and bobs, and I think she was just trying to see if I was AFKing or something.
Yeah, TP'd to you, bloody stalking you.
Because I was digging a tunnel in the Nether. Actually, when she TP'd, she was probably lucky she didn't fall into the lava pits beneath us, to be honest.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Oh yeah, I would have just burst out laughing for that one there. I would have had to have logged out.
you know that all of that would have got spawned back in anyway, but
yeah.
I mean, it was clear there was a bit. I mean, these water elevators here was our way of going up and down while making this, because we had no other thing to do, because it was just impossible to actually I mean, the amount of thought that went into this was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I've still got the spreadsheet with all the calculations on.
Yeah. I mean, we did a lot of calculating for this, and it was worth it at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I like for myself, because I'm weird. I mean, I just enjoyed the maths of calculating the 3D space for the light.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I'd say like your major jobs were finding the slime chunk, and then we both did a plan, and you planned all the lighting. You made the the disposal, the loading.
Yeah, the
office.
collector reloadery thing, yeah.
And then mine, we both did. You mean it was mainly your idea to do the sand moving machines, and then with
Yeah,
that
because well,
failed,
under
so-
normal circumstances it would have worked fine, but unfortunately.
So that failed, so I took over and do the.
Yeah, we just wound up, like you said, using the sponges to
Yeah, and then,
finger it, yeah.
and so we both came up with a plan on how we were going to do the killing platforms, and then we did tests.
I'll just hop back into Spectator. I'll just show you something else that one of the things that I like from building slime farms on my like on my own single player world. So you see here we've got the killing areas here where they've died on the magma, but there is also an additional collection system on the first slab block as well, because when the small ones die, there is like a good chance that the slime would land over here, so that we don't waste any slime on this farm once it's down on the bottom.
Yeah. And the amount of times that we set off this machine because of Cosmic and the minecart would get stuck was unreal.
Yeah, we had to there used to be a minecart on every single one of these, but then we changed it to every other one, and there's like just a return on the other side. So if I hop over here, you can see there's like all these return stations here, and that stopped all the jamming just by having half the number of minecarts. But considering how quickly it all goes around, you know.
I'll just be 5 minutes as you go to the toilet.
All right, no bother. So yeah, I mean, this was I said it was one of my favourite projects to work on. Probably that I've ever worked on Minecraft. I see we've got our big mob farms there south of here. Is it south? Yeah, south. There is what do you call it? The warm ocean thing where I could get all the what they call coral fans. That's the word I'm looking for. Get all the coral fans down here for building all the TNT machines, because we actually did a 3-hour live stream on here where we used the TNT dupers to mine out huge sections. We do have a plan to do something similar like that on Craftcast as well. That'll be coming up at some point soon. I've already built the machines. It's just a case of we're going to have like a little race with the machines to see who can dig out the 3 slime chunks the fastest. But there's not that much else up here at the minute. We did have plans to build like more and more farms up here because this was our industrial area. There is a shortcut back to spawn. I dug out this little patch here, and this takes you through to the end. So all you have to do is hop through to the end, then hop through the portal in the center of the main island, and as long as you hadn't slept here, that would take you back to your base back on the main island. So whilst we wait for Focus to return, don't forget to rate, comment, favourite and subscribe. Don't forget as well, you can go and support my friends' channels, Creeper and Chrissy. Their links are in the chat there as well. When Focus gets back, I'll get him to copy and paste his link into the chat for his YouTube channel as well. I will, when I think on later on YouTube, I'll hop back on and I'll pop his website address in the bottom as well, because we have Focus joining us on this little tour. Because we did like a final tour of what do you call it? Next Clash. I keep wanting to say Next Craft, but it's Next Clash server. So we've like spent about an hour showing off that. But we thought we'll have a quick half an hour little run around on our slime farm here, because as I say, this is one of our favourite projects. I mean, look at the sheer volume of slime, and I never took the the torches out of this level from when we had it all set up. But the volume of slime on this is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, this chunk here is a bit of a funny chunk. Oh no, what am I doing? Wrong one. Because it's quite a distance away from some of the iron golems, but they do eventually pathfind to it, and if they don't, they just respawn, and then a fresh one will respawn closer in. But you can see these guys here, how quickly they go through them all. I mean, look at that. Let's just go back into creative. I mean, look at that. That little bundle there was a stack and a half of them. Right, let's. I've done it again. I'm determined every single time I'm pressing that same button, aren't I? Yeah, there we go. We can get those off the screen there. But yeah, I did. Obviously, I probably enjoyed the work that I did on this server more. Some of the other projects as well, like you saw at our base there. Oh, I'm just looking in the chat there. It's just Focus has just put his. Is that you trying to put your link in there? I tell you what we'll do. I will go and grab your link if it hasn't worked. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day. There we go. I assume that that's come back through. I haven't actually been getting any feedback from Restream to tell me whether or not any of the things that I'm typing are actually going through there, because normally it makes a little tick box, but I didn't get that on that one. Yeah. If not, it will be in the description on YouTube. I'll make sure I copy and paste that in later on tonight when we finish. But I'm not sure if there's anything else that we really want to sort of show off on the server. So to be honest, we might actually just call it a day on this for now. I mean, you can have a look at my showcase video on YouTube where we show off this farm in a lot more detail. But to be honest, I will be doing at some point like a proper tour, I think, on this world. It is on my to-do list. I still have some episodes that I haven't finished editing from this world. We'll see how things are going. We're all stuck here in the lockdown. I might try and see if I can finish them off. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that there. So don't forget to rate, comment, favourite and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.